You're shopping online when you stumble across the cutest outfit that just steals your heart. It's everything you could ever want, and you allow yourself to fall in love. But then you see the price, and your bank account is more neglected than the veggie tray at Fat Camp. Your heart is shattered, and there's no way you could ever buy it. You say your goodbyes until a glimmer of hope. Some strange website with poorly written English is selling the same outfit. You think to yourself, it can't be that bad, right? It might be a little lower in quality, but surely it will still be cute and wearable. Right? Hello magical friends, I am going to be investigating real versus fake clothing. Are we getting scammed by buying the overpriced designer goods, or is skimping out and buying the dupe just a waste of money? We are going to be looking into overpriced clothing, shady business practices, and potential scams that you should avoid when you're shopping online. So buckle up buttercups because it is going to be a crazy ride. The whole reason why I'm doing this video is because I found this beautiful sequined bodysuit. And it actually is a bodysuit that Chapel Roan wore in one of her past tours. After I got it though, I found this much cheaper bodysuit that looked really similar. And so it made me really curious, can I save a lot of money and get by with the cheaper version? The real one is from the brand Easy Tiger and it costs $189. The fake I found on Amazon for $35 and I've seen it in other places for even as cheap as $12 on Temu. So I think that's the first most obvious point to spot a fake. Is the price too good to be true? Even with sweatshop labor, there's only so low that they can go. But let's get into the nitty-gritty of these differences because there are a lot of them. An immediate difference I could tell is just the sheer weight of each of these bodysuits. This one feels like I am holding nothing on the hanger, and this one is substantial and heavy, and you could kind of see in how it moves, just the difference in weight. So this is constructed with beads and sequins, and you could tell that it is very complex. Every sequin has another bead in the center of it. This is most likely a machined sequined fabric. The beads are kind of reflecting an iridescent color, so you're seeing hints of green as the light reflects it. Really pretty. This one, oh, look at those tassels. Ugh. Okay, this one, there's a little bit of holographic patterning in the sequins, but you're not getting the same depth of color that you're getting over here. Wow. Now on this one, the beading extends all the way down to the crotch. This one, the beading ends here, the sequin, sorry, ends here, and then the fabric that is on the crotch is just a purple spandex. Sometimes I think the differences are small enough that from a distance, they look very similar. They're both sequined with purple stars. Outside of that, the similarities end. Let's see what these look like when they're actually on a human body. Saddle up, cowboy, because this is the Pink Pony Club, and I am a pink pony girl, because this bodysuit is incredible. It gives a really natural hourglass shape that I really love. These tassels just need to be shimmied. The back is, what's it called? Spandex all the way through. So it's giving the sensation of diaper. If my diapers look this glamorous, then sign me up for the nursing home because I am ready for it. The V on the reel goes really deep. That deep V is pretty much non-existent on this one. There are very dramatic cutouts on the side, and I feel like that is what is giving it its shape. It looks so good. I think when I first bought this, I was mostly nervous about the coverage and how secure I was going to feel in it. Was I going to feel like I was going to pop out any moment, like a burlesque girl out of a birthday cake, being like, hi, I'm here? Or is this gonna be enough support to get them to stay still? And I'm actually really happy to report that I'm not really scared about a nip slip. Like I could spin around and move. Obviously, I'm gonna shimmy. It's still very secure, which I think is great because you don't want to be wearing this at a concert and then all of a sudden you're traumatizing all the children around you. This reminds me of the bad dance costumes that we used to have in dance class. and it's not very good. When I am wearing this, I think it's very obvious the difference in fabrics. This fabric is like a very thin spandex. This fabric is like stretchy, more cotton-like, thicker fabric. So this is a lot heavier, which makes sense because this has to support a lot more weight. This has little to no support, and I think it's very obvious when I stop arching my back. If I stand like this, it's not very flattering. I find myself doing this the entire time to like hopefully look better, but even like this, like the shape is just not as cute. Because where the other one gives you this curve shape where it like shapes your body, this just looks like a potato sack over your body, and it kind of like hides those curves, which is not good. Oh, these ripples just are a dead giveaway for the poor quality. I wouldn't buy this for $35. I don't think it's even worth $10. I like how the back looks better on this because it doesn't have that same scrunching effect here. So it stays smoother and it doesn't look like I'm wearing a diaper. If the other bodysuit is chapel roan, this is like chapel phone it in because it is not giving. It is just not as cute. I put on a flannel because I don't want to be doing this whole entire next section just wearing a sequined potato sack. So this is what we're doing. Oh, hi Tobias. Are you gonna help me with this next section? Fantastic. Oh. Gunther, Tobias, Charlie. I uncovered some very interesting information and potentially a scam. Several years ago, I found a brand on Instagram called Galartsy. I was saving my actual hard-earned money to buy a dress on this website. First impressions of their website though, it looks very legit. There's no immediate red flags when you open their homepage. But I noticed something really weird when I scrolled to the bottom. They have an American address, and their American address is located in Sheridan, Wyoming. I feel like I would know if there was a popular clothing brand located in Wyoming. Because generally there's nothing in Wyoming. Like, we are not an epicenter for fashion. This isn't New York, this is Wyoming. So then I took the address and I put it into Google, and I found some very concerning things related to this address. There are over 100,000 businesses registered at this address, and some of them are involved in some very shady dealings. I found an FTC cease and desist for a company operating telephone scams, a fake moving company who would take payments upfront and then ghost. They would never show up. And I found an auction house selling counterfeit goods. So what the heck is going on here? How could there be 100,000 businesses at this location? All of these businesses are using a registered agent. Registered agent becomes a business's official contact and are used to establish a presence in a local area. The government will send all official communication to that address. This is also the address that law firms will reach out to if they are looking to sue that company. It's actually pretty standard and required for international businesses to have a registered agent. The red flag comes from the fact that this specific registered agent obviously doesn't have a vetting process, and basically anyone can use this address for their registered agent. Without a vetting process, people can register with fake names, fake identities, and this address is linked to thousands of shell companies operating in potentially shady behavior. What does all this mean to Galartsy? Galartsy could disappear tomorrow, stealing all of their customers' money, all of their data, everything from them. And then there would be no way for anyone to get a hold of them and to hold them accountable, which is what happened with the 3 other businesses that I mentioned. They all just ghosted and no one was able to hold them accountable for their scammy actions. I think that is a cause for concern. But this is all speculation. If you look at reviews online, Galartsy does deliver their products. So I can't say it's outright fraud, but not everything is sunshine and roses here. Their track record for customer service is really bad, which leads me to my next point for spotting a fake. Look at the reviews. So let's read a few of these reviews and see what they say. If you have a problem, they don't answer. No help, no answers, no shoes, no money back. Poorly made and cheap quality fabric. Ooh, that was a burp, sorry. I just had an apple. All of what they are selling you could find on AliExpress for much cheaper. They scam people with good advertising. To which Galartsy decided to respond. We frequently encounter knockoffs trying to replicate our designs. Let us clarify that those Alibaba factories took photos of our designs without our permission and are falsely claiming that they produced them for a much lower price. We actively fight against counterfeit sellers who mislead customers with subpar imitations. I find that review very interesting. So let's put their money where their mouth is and try on their clothing. Wait a minute. I thought Galartsy had original designs and that Alibaba and other brands were stealing from them. Then why are they in my real versus fake video? A telltale sign that an item is fake is if they are using stolen photos. That's right, Galartsy has the balls to claim that Alibaba sellers are stealing their photos while they are doing the exact same practice. So this is the Selkie day dress. This is the Galartsy puff dress. But can't Selkie steal from Galartsy? Who is the real one here? I scrolled years back in Selkie's Instagram and I found the live stream where they were photographing this collection. I could not have stronger proof these photos belong to Selkie, and it is outrageous that Galartsy is claiming to be them. This dress is the embodiment of we have McDonald's at home. Look at this. This is not the same. It may claim to be the same, but this is not the same.
Let's start by comparing the differences in the fabric. In the real one, the design is crisp and clean. There is lots of details. And in the fake one, it kind of looks like a screenshot of a Van Gogh painting. The resolution is really poor and it looks really blurry. All Selkie puff dresses are supposed to have this cut. I got the Selkie day dress instead of the puff dress because they were out of my size, but you'd have to be blind to tell me that the shape of these dresses are the same.
Where's the puff? Where's the puff? Because I'm gonna pass. Let's give them the benefit of the doubt and see if it's cute with a petticoat. Ugh. Okay, we are back in circus tent territory. Still not cute. Still not cute. No. It feels so thin. I am wearing a dress made of microplastic. Like, this is 100% polyester, and you can tell. I feel like the best way to tell the quality of a dress's fabric is the twirl test. And it is very obvious from the twirl test which one is the superior dress. This one is much more structured and just fits a human body much better. The difference is so night and day. It is insane. There are items that are worth saving up money. And originally I was saving up for a Galartsy dress. Save up for something that is worth it. This is not worth saving up $45. This is going to last you your entire life. Likely exist longer than you, as long as your house doesn't catch on fire. As consumers, we need to move past this idea that clothes are expendable and something to be thrown away at the end of a season and consider them more like heirloom products. I'm so excited for the day that my niece is old enough that I could pass down the clothes I wear to her or to other family members. When I die, I will have the coolest estate sale that young fashionable ladies are going to be looting, and it's going to be fantastic, and they're going to appreciate it just as much as I did.
And do you remember the dress that I was saving up for a couple years ago? Well, I bought it just to see what I was missing out on, and it turns out not much. The skirt isn't fully lined, so you have this ugly line at the knee, the buttons are sewn on crooked, and it's just another dress made out of plastic that's not nearly as long as it looks like on the website.
What did we learn here, Gunther? Never trust a brand who uses stolen photos. Yes.
I was shopping House of CB looking for dresses for my Ruthlessly Ranking Princess Dresses series, and I found this one on sale. I image searched this, and I found another brand that is selling a identical dress. The fake dress is from the brand Commence. I found several dupe dresses on their website. They have a lot of clothing, so I can't say that all of their dresses are dupe dresses, but I recognized this dress immediately This dress is a Farm Rio dress, and this photo is directly from the Farm Rio website. So immediate little red flags there. However, the black dress, they did use their own photos. It's kind of funny because these photos are the exact same poses. Yes, people can have the same idea, same inspiration, but down to posing your models the same way, that seems a little too convenient. A surprising trend that I have been finding is how stark the difference is between the weight in both of these items. The weight difference is huge. I think from a distance, these look very, very similar. Huge difference in sleeve length. Overall length of the dress, this one is a lot shorter. These are both velvet. This velvet feels like a Halloween costume velvet. It is a bit of a shinier velvet, whereas the right one is a little bit more dull. So this one reflects a little less light. I don't know how much that conveys on camera. The lace is a little bit more white on this one and a little bit more cream on this one. So there's a hint more yellow. So this is a little bit more ruffled than this one. The lace pattern, I wouldn't say is a huge difference. This dress has boning in it, so that's going to give structure and support. This dress has no boning. So this is the House of CB dress. I forgot to mention that the price is $285. I got it on sale, so I did not pay that price. It is lovely. However, just because it is name brand and just because it's expensive doesn't guarantee that it's going to be a high quality garment, because this dress itself is not without its faults. Here at the bottom, you can kind of see it's a little off center with this. This skirt needs to be shifted. The angle here is a little bit crooked. So where this line goes straight down like that, this one angles a little bit in more. Like this is the angle. So just slightly crooked, and which I think is contributing to it being off center with the bottom. The ruffles here keep rolling up, especially on this side. Not so much on this side, but this side it's rolling up. So I'm wondering if it's how they sewed it or if this is just inevitable with these type of ruffles. I'm not entirely sure. Small, minute details, and I can tack this down. And really from a distance, you're not gonna see this because this is just black on black, so not obvious. But this dress is the perfect example of just because it's designer does not mean it's going to be perfect. Oh, this dress has pockets, which is fantastic. I feel like a vampire or a vampire mistress. Oh, I could just walk around my castle like this. Oh, at any moment I just might faint. This is the Commence dress and it is $45. This is interesting. This dress has a much wider neckline. In the real dress, I didn't have to wear a bra. It was very structured, so I felt very supported. This one does not have that same support, so I am wearing a bra. But I think the biggest difference here is in the skirt. Like there is just way less shape in this skirt versus the other one. I also kind of hate how the sleeves end shorter. This is more practical. Like I would definitely dip this into a bowl of soup if I was out to dinner. My sleeve would be in my food. I'm missing the drama with this being more of a 3/4 sleeve than a full sleeve. Yeah, I think like walking down the street, this dress is very cute. If you have like no context of the real dress, I think this dress is pretty fantastic. And it's still giving romantic vampire vibes.
Gunther, what do you think? Do you like this dress?
I added a petticoat just because I was really curious what it would look like, but this is really cute. It actually adds the volume that the skirt is missing. And so it really does elevate it and brings it closer to the real dress. Petticoat fixes all of your problems. Well, not all of your problems. But wow! Our last outfit is a little unique because the real and the fake actually come from the same place. I got them from Taobao. You may recognize this dress from an older video, but I have a little bit of a clarification. The original creator is Yujing Tang. Sorry for my terrible pronunciation. The original set cost $170. That $170 does not include any of the accessories. They were completely out of stock, and they were out of stock for a long time on Taobao. I found it on a Taobao reseller called Ellis Store. The whole set for $500. And there are a ton of beautiful accessories that were included. Because the original designer has been sold out for a long time, there have been a lot of dupes on Taobao from lots of different sellers. This dress comes in different colors. So I'm curious, how similar are these two outfits going to be? Because technically they come from the same place. My doggies are so tired. They just want to be in bed right now and they're mad that I'm up filming a YouTube video. I'm sorry. On the hanger and from a distance, I don't see a huge difference between the two of them. But I think with this set, the devil is going to be in the details, especially because there are so many pieces to this outfit. One thing that's a little annoying on the dupe is they had this tag sewn on there and on the skirt. So I had to actually tear the threads on there. And you could see it left a little bit of a pattern on the top, which is super annoying. And it's like causes immediate damage to the garment. There are some big differences that I'm noticing right away, and they mostly have to do with the top. For the shape of this top, it goes down here, and this part, it goes up here, so that it emphasizes the spacing here, and it emphasizes the shape of the neckline, and that's very lovely. Whereas the green one just goes straight across on the bottom, so it doesn't have this kind of V shape. Straps on the real one are a lot more delicate, so these are thinner. I like the look of the daintier strap. This butterfly has multiple colored embroidery. This guy, the embroidery is just gold. And then the biggest difference on the top is the real one has a corset back with an area of elastic here. The dupe has a fully elastic back. Let's go through all of the accessories that are included with this outfit. These, I believe, are the same accessories that are in the original photos. First, we have this beautiful crown. This was a nightmare to untangle, but it is the most beautiful waist chain I have ever seen. Look at the detail on this. Matching armbands, the most statement of statement necklaces. 2 bracelets that also connect to these rings. My absolute favorite pieces are these hair clips. I am blinged up. I got all of the accessories on except for these shoulder pieces. These are a bitch to put on myself. I can't do it. I'm the only one in my house. I'm just a girl. I'm sorry. I was able to get everything else on. So now you can see the entire outfit, accessories and all, and it is glorious. Oh. This crown did not come with this dress, but I wanted to give it a fighting chance since the other one was so ornately decorated, and give this at least some sort of hair accessory. This is the dupe. It cost $55 on Taobao before shipping, and I paid about $20 in shipping, so all in I'm at about $75 with this outfit. The skirt on the real one goes down a little bit more. This one's a little bit more straight across. The skirt fabric doesn't feel too crazy different. This is a higher quality lining. The gradient on this fabric is just, it's beautiful. The real one has a better gradient. I kind of like how the colors mix a little higher. This one, the light green, is mostly on the bottom of the skirt. All in all, this is not a bad dress. I think the price difference will really matter to you if you really care about the details. Every detail is kind of thought of. This one, you could tell they're copying the other dress, but it's still really beautiful. Ooh. And there's still plenty of fabric to play around, especially knowing how difficult it is to get the real one. If you're comfortable with shopping on Taobao, then this may be an option for you. Well, friends, what did we learn here today? I think we've seen that, yes, the fake is generally always cheaper, but sometimes it's just a complete waste of money, and more of a waste of money than if you saved up and took the time to buy something that is high quality, something that is going to last you. Everyone has different budgets, so you should make sure that you're living within your means and buying the clothes that you can actually afford. You might be happier with the cheaper version, but just make sure to do your research, because a lot of times the more expensive option is more expensive because it uses ethical means, it's a little bit more sustainable. And just recognize that if you are going to be buying a dupe, then your money is going to a brand that is willing to steal designs from other designers. Businesses are getting more and more desperate for your money, so if you have a brand that you would like for me to try or investigate, please send it to me. I am Ruby's Magical Camera, and you can find me here on YouTube or on Instagram and TikTok. I have something really cool that I want to share with you first. Before you go, don't go yet. I received my 100,000 subscriber plaque in the mail today. And here's the thing, when you watch my videos and you watch them all the way to the end, you also help me support those small brands. If there's a brand that you are interested in but you can't afford yet, but you know they're really talented, they make beautiful clothing, then send them to me, because I want to invest in those artists and in those brands who are on the cusp of creative innovation, especially in the world of fashion. So if you want to become part of our family, then please subscribe. Maybe we can make our way to the next plaque. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. You are truly special, so stay enchanted. Bye!